Welcome to episode 3 of the Bailey Joe Card Show, starring your hosts, the sports investor, myself, Bailey, and Joe, both from the Bailey Joe Card Show. This Sunday, as I said yesterday, we're going to be doing personal breaks for everybody who wants to enter. We got lots of 2020 Prizm Draft. We got several mega boxes, tons of blaster boxes. Those blaster boxes are hot. You're getting an auto in almost every single one of them. And I've seen a ton of megas where they're getting 2 autos and some crazy cards. It's honestly insane. We probably are going to beat most of the prices that you're going to see. And if you spend more than $45, they're going to ship for free. And you're going to get the all-time excitement of being able to watch your cards opened on camera live.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be exciting.
And find out
Don't
your
miss
new
out.
favorite page and group of friends to break cards with.
Yeah, honestly, lots of great friends. Head on over to baileyjoecards.com right now and get yourself entered for Sunday's personal breaks. It's going to be a good time.
Boxes are hot, too. I mean, even a base Joe Burrow or Tua, I mean, you're going to get $15-20 from a card like that. So
Yeah.
That's what the bases are selling for?
I saw a base of Burrow sell yesterday for $25 plus $3.99 shipping on auction.
Which card? Okay, so that's just the base. What
That's
is
a
the
base?
I saw
What
some
is
guy.
the-
I saw some guy pack a silver Tua the other day.
Wow. What's the relationship of the Crusade in regards to the base card?
I think
That's
it's silver.
That's a good question. I would say it's probably similar to the basketball NBA drafts.
The Crusades are worth less in the NBA.
Right. I'm looking
Yep.
it up.
Yeah, look at two. How much a Tua silver is selling for? I'm curious.
Okay.
Silver Tua.
I would say like $50, $45. A Tua silver rookie non-auto.
Maybe Joe Burrow doesn't have a Crusade. Those might be for players that aren't rookies.
Past rookies, yep. There's
Okay.
numbered ones too.
That's Zion's got Crusades.
I know, but I'm looking at
For football, though, I don't think so.
Joe Burrow Crusade, and there's literally nothing.
No, there's none for rookies. I don't think.
So
I don't
weird
think.
how they do it different.
I know.
I know I know it's tough. It makes it fun, man, to like try and
Maybe they
catch
do
on.
that so people can't like keep track of them as easily.
So Tua, his silver is selling for around $15 to $20. And-
Tua's silver prism.
Yes.
What?
And Joe Burrow's is selling for between $30 and $40.
Those seem like decent buys.
I mean, people might be staying away from him, like, because that's kind of a step up from your $15 card. That's like a $30 to $40 card is definitely a step up. So you might be seeing that tier of collectors or investors not looking into that because of the past that draft picks has and not being as trust not going
Yeah,
up
for
as
sure.
much.
I mean, even just football too. Like football cards aren't nearly as possible as popular as basketball or baseball. So
Yeah, that's true. I know the Zion Prism Silvers in the draft pick series were selling for around $70.
So, like, what do you think is going to happen with Gronk's price, and how do you think that him going to Tampa Bay is going to affect? I mean, I personally think that it's going to affect Tom Brady in a positive way. I mean, like now he has Gronk back on his side. Like at least for the hype, I think that Gronk is going to raise his stock as far as sports card prices go. But I mean, what do you guys think?
Let's just talk about the coincidental trade that happened. What was Gronk just sitting around waiting to find out where Brady was going to go before he decided he was going to come back to the NFL? Like what?
Yeah,
the hell?
I don't understand that either. Like, I know he went to the Patriots and was like, I want to play, I want to come back, because they must have still had him on a contract. I don't know the whole story.
Yeah, that just doesn't make any sense. I thought it was
Yeah.
like fake news.
Yeah, but then he like told the Patriots that he wanted to be traded to the Bucks.
And that he wants to give Tom a couple of handies while he's down there.
I think
Weirdo.
everybody.
Made him look like a huge weirdo.
I mean, Gronk is a weirdo to begin with. What is Gronk's prices right now?
As long as they hook up on the football field, man, and just throw touchdown after touchdown.
They're gonna be hooking up, dude, and they're gonna be hooking up all over, on and off the field. I think. Look out, Giselle.
That's not right.
No,
that's not right.
No, they're good.
Anyways, back to the collecting of Tom Brady. I just think about a base LeBron selling for like $115 of LeBron and his new Lakers gear, and football prices are usually like half, I would say, honestly, as basketball. So I mean, I'd be willing to pay like $75 for a base PSA 10 Tom Brady as a collector.
How much?
That's probably
there's a ton of them.
But do you have to buy a Gronk one with that? Like, can you buy Tom Brady alone, or do you have to buy them both?
If they had one that was like an RPA of 5 with just Gronk and Tom Brady, how much would you pay for that?
Well, if they were kissing, I'd pay all the money in my bank account. I'll stop. I just can't even stand it. I can't stand it.
I don't know, man. It's weird.
Oh, man. Just Brady haters over here.
No, I love Tom Brady. I think this whole season, it just seems so planned. And I don't like that.
I mean, they're trying to win.
Yeah. I mean, when you're 42
With the
years
division
old.
that they're in, they've got a great chance. There's no competition over there.
Yeah, none at all.
That's a good point.
They're going to stomp all over. Like,
so that being said, prices got to be going up, right, for both of them.
Absolutely.
Like is there a buy time, or is it just like going up and up and up?
Gronk's a rookie.
Up and up for the next year. It is a year to year and then reevaluate.
Yeah, it's like the year that Jordan came back.
Yeah.
Wow. Because I got 3 PSA 10 Tom Brady's that I want to sell, but like now it's just like, maybe do I hold on to him?
What, are they rookie cards?
No, they're just like, they are like decent rarer cards that will probably sell at least for $50 a piece
during the season, maybe, right?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. Like, with the announcement of Gronk going to the Bucs to play with Tom Brady, like, I feel like just that announcement alone is going to spike both of their prices.
Oh yeah,
right.
Media wins
till the season comes, and then and maybe it'll go back down after a couple weeks, but I don't know. It's so hard to say.
I bet the serious collectors are out there thinking that they're going to buy up a few extra Toms because of that, because those two they're just going to start rifling. I mean, what next? Who else is going? That's what I want to know. That's
so funny. Like, who's going to go to the Bucs? Like, that's not the end of it. That's some good speculating right there.
Yeah, I don't. It just sounds. I mean, it sort of makes the NFL already more peculiar that way.
You see this all the time in the NBA, like, and the NBA is definitely more open about it. Like,
I love it, man. I hope it keeps happening.
Like Miami,
teams.
The Heat a couple years ago when LeBron and all his buddies were over there, like, I don't know, and even like the Warriors last year, that team was so stacked, like,
yeah,
crazy stacked. But yeah, regardless, I'm excited for it.
Yep.
If it ever comes.
Right. Exactly.
But so, what are you thinking about the 2020 Prizm drafts? What were you saying earlier, Ben?
Besides the fact that they're hot, I was just thinking about what I should buy. What would be a good buy right now? So I just took So there's how there's numbered cards out of 10, 25, 50, 100, 125, 149. So there's 500 total numbered cards. So the 125, all the cards out of 125 have the same amount of sales in the last 3 months or in the last month, I'm sorry, as the silver Prizms do. So I think there's the same amount of silver Prizm autographs as there are 125s. Like I'd be willing to bet that there's less silver Prizms than the 125 for the autos. So I think the silver Prizms are solid buys right now because they're the lowest price per auto.
Silver Prizm without the autos?
Without the number, yeah.
Does it have?
You think there's less than 125 silver autos?
Yeah.
What? Where can we find this answer out?
You can't.
What?
How did? So you just went off of listings and sold?
Yeah, for the last month, and I just counted them all up.
Anyone who got a silver auto is holding on to that mofo.
There was 137 numbered cards sold for Tua. And out of all of there was 29 silvers and 31 out of 125 since they were first released. So whenever that was.
So you think just based off of rarity, it's gonna go up?
And there's silver Prizms.
What is a Tua 125 auto at right now?
For price?
Yeah.
Like, what'd you see one today for Joe?
235.
235.
I saw one as low as 200
Yeah.
with taking offers that I almost threw a 150 offer at because.
Oh, yeah, you should have probably thrown like a 185. That's what I told you to do, is in the 180s.
Well, I like to under offer just in case.
Just in case. One sold to, on the 15th for $200. That was a silver Prizm.
Mm-hmm.
And then out of 125 sold on the 17th for $235. So that's
So they're pretty similar?
I mean, only like a $30 difference. That's crazy.
Yeah. But I think there's like less than 100 silver Prizms. I mean, there might only be 50, 75. Because Joe Burrow only has 6 total silver Prizm sales, non-numbered.
Those are being held, though, probably.
Those are what?
They're probably being held, right?
Yeah, I would think more than Tua.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
I don't know.
There's still been a total number of sales for numbered cards and silver. For Burrow was 124 since there was released. There was 124 total sales for any numbered card. Tua, there's 137 sales. So they're pretty comparable, but there's not nearly as many silver Burrows selling.
I feel like this data has to be public knowledge from Panini on how many there are.
I wish it was. I wish I could go to a website
to find that information.
I mean, they give you an idea broad. I mean, I was looking at their app today, and then it went to the new releases for the football draft, and it talks about all the cards for a full set that are in there, and then it talks about the inserts and what they're numbered to. And some of the autos are numbered to 199. They say that the numbers or the autos are to 199, 149, 125, 99, and all the way down. But like Burrow and Tua don't have a 199 auto. Like if you Google a search, like there hasn't been one that's sold. So what they've been doing is like they just didn't get that many. They didn't do a 199 for Burrow. They just did, some silver, some green. They put some in some blaster boxes. Stuff like that.
Just looking at sold for Tua, there is definitely not a significant amount, but there's definitely more out of 125 autos being sold and listed. I just looked at both of them for like 30 seconds. There's definitely more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For sure. But people are like after the numbered cards, and I wonder if Panini just noticed that and started throwing number cards out there to make their silver Prizms more rare.
Throw them for a loop. Maybe that's a way to prevent the bubble.
Yeah, true. Because it would make silver Prizm more valuable.
I think silver Prizm has a standard to itself anyways that everyone's kind of already seeking.
It's more of a collector's card. The collectors, the actual the collectors that have money, are the ones that are collecting the silvers. Like they don't. Yeah.
You're not seeing numbered cards get graded as PSA graded as often, are you? Probably.
I mean, those are even more rare. I feel like a numbered card that's PSA 10. Because what I've been seeing for a lot of these, honestly, I probably have like 30 numbered autograph cards of the quarterbacks, and I went through a lot of them today, and I would say probably 2/3 would have graded a PSA 10. There's a lot of surface print lines, both horizontal and vertical. In a lot of those, a number, especially the 99. I would buy a 125, or I would buy a 75 silver if you want the best chance of coming up with a PSA 10. Because like the red, white, and blue, if you can kind of see it, it's like I don't know.
I don't even understand how you come up with this information.
Print
I
lines.
think the red, white, and blues probably also have a lesser chance of becoming a PSA 10 due to the coloring and just placement of all of that and on the card,
Yeah.
right?
Right, for sure. But I'll show you the print lines on them. If you like really take it in the light and you mess around
I've seen
with it,
some print lines on these.
yeah, it goes straight down and straight
draft
across,
day
just one
cards.
straight down. You won't get a 10, and I think that's the most important thing that PSA
Surface.
will consider when grading. But and again,
I'm looking at a
who knows?
Joe Burrow out of 99 BGS 9.5 that sold today for $600.
Out of what?
99. How is
Out
it
of
getting
99,
graded that
and
fast?
it was a BGS 9.5,
Yeah, 10 autograph,
and it sold for what?
600 out of 99.
What was the surface rating?
Surface is a 9.5.
Okay, I wonder if they had any print runs.
I'm like zooming in on it and I don't see anything. It's actually
Yeah,
a
I
really
mean,
good
it's
picture.
got to be. Oh, is it? Yeah, I mean, I had it was like 1 or 2 red, white, and blues that I'm grading out of like 6 or 7. So, but
I
yeah,
feel like that
a
should
lot
be
of-
selling for more than $600.
Well, it's not a PSA 10, so if it's 66% of a PSA 10, a PSA 10 is going to go for like 1,000. It's probably about
Isn't
right.
a BGS 9.5 like harder to come by? Like stricter grading?
Yes, no, they actually like have the similar. I mean, I was looking at all the graded cards for like LeBron when I went and bought my LeBron Chrome and LeBron Topps rookie, and the BGS 9.5 and PSA actually had very similar number of total graded cards, and you actually had like the same chance to get a 9.5 or a 10. Like they were the same number.
But what about the likelihood or the chance of getting a BGS 10? I know very slim. That skyrockets the value past a PSA 10, right?
Yeah, but it's like less than 0.5%. I mean, you're probably like 0.1% chance to get a BGS 10.
So you think that most cards that get a BJS 9.5 will get a PSA 10? Or can you
No.
even answer that?
No.
A 10
I don't
just
think
sounds better than
PSA
9.5 to me. So
I agree. But a lot of people look at them as being almost the same.
Right.
Like
I mean,
I have a BGS 9.5.
well, some people like Apple and some people like Microsoft. So I think it's just going to be what it is.
I think PSA, I don't know. It is tougher to get a PSA 10 than it is to get a BGS 9.5. I do know
Okay.
that. Because, like, I really think that PSA puts a lot of stress on surface. And BGS, what they would do is if they saw a print run, they'd give it a 9 if it was a small print run, and then, or print line. And then if, like, the corners were, like, good and the centering was solid and the edges were okay, they'd probably just give it a 9.5. And that 9.5, because it got a 9 on the surface, wouldn't sell for as much as if it got a 9.5 or a 10 on the surface. Like, that's really what I noticed is what they...
And the market ultimately determines the value. So, I mean,
Right.
the people have
And
spoken.
the value of a BGS 9.5 with a 9 surface is like decently lower than if it was a 9.5 surface, because it's not really comparable for a PSA 10. I guess this is.
So what about these PSA 9s then that are coming in at dirt cheap prices compared to PSA 10s? Do you think that those become a fairly decent investment? Just something to flip, maybe to try and like double your money on or something?
Right. I mean, you're just kind of opening yourself up to a bigger population. Like Roger Clemens has like 25,000 cards graded, and there's only like 1,000 that came back at 10. But there's like 3,000 that came back at 9. So it's still pretty rare. I mean, you're still in the first 4,000 of the Roger Clemens. But a 9's worth $30 and a PSA 10 is worth $500. So
some people use the PSA grading scale strictly as a way of staying away from, like fake cards or cards that may be potentially damaged, or, some of the raw cards that we buy on eBay, if we were to get graded, they may be a PSA 8 or whatever. I mean, you wouldn't spend that much more money on a PSA 9 card over a raw card. I mean,
just depends. Like a PSA 9 Jordan Fleer, I would, that's substantially higher than a raw Jordan, or a LeBron.
I think like a PSA
the
4
recent cards
of that 86 Fleer is still like $2,000.
Yeah, right. But like, for the recent cards within the last 3 to 5 years with all the Prizm,
they're just printing so many cards nowadays, though. Too, like it's just.
Yeah.
All right, so I just looked. I did a little research on Pete Alonso Topps Chrome PSA 10 base, and the raw is selling for $7.
Let me guess.
The PSA
10.
What?
Let me guess the PSA 10.
All right, the raw is selling for
it
$7.
5?
A PSA 9 is selling for $22.
Which is 2.5 times, and then your PSA 10 selling for like 6 times, like $50-$60.
$47.50 plus $3 shipping.
Yep, $50.
Wait, how did you get that? What was the?
I would say the average from like a raw to, like, I don't know, just for that price range, I would say it's like 4 to 5 times.
From a raw to a PSA 9?
10.
Oh, from a raw to a PSA
raw
10
is like 5 times, and a raw to a PSA 9 is 2.5 times.
Dang, we gotta like make graphs for this stuff.
Raw I mean, it's on so many cars that would be not applicable at all. But for some, it works.
Yeah, it unfortunately depends on the card.
For sure. But it's a solid rule of thumb.
10x versus 5x?
5x versus 2.5x, yeah. But sometimes it's like 7, 8x.
Right.
Well, I feel like now that we've been using this Card Genie app, it'll be easier for us to like track this type of stuff.
Yeah.
So.
For sure.
It's a good point.
Yeah. But is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
If Julian Edelman goes to the Buccaneers, I'm going to quit sports card collecting.
All right, I'll take your cards, man. Just sell them to me at a discount.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. I'll write the check. I'll write the check straight to Kelly Magsig. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, it's the only good thing that'll ever happen from sports cards in this household. If that happens.
He put those shelves in my office too.
Yikes! All right, well, thanks for tuning in tonight, everybody. We appreciate all you guys. Make sure to check out our website, baileyjoecards.com. Check out our box breaks this Sunday at 6 p.m. We're doing lots of personal breaks. Should be a lot of fun if you're looking for some Panini Prizm draft picks. We're your channel, and we're
get in there.
We are the channel.
Make some money.
Yes, I mean honestly, like a Joe Burrow basically makes almost half your money back. So
for sure, you pull a Joe Burrow out of a blaster, you're gonna get your money back, and then you might get an auto.
No, you do. Yeah, you're right. You might get an auto, but you basically get an auto. And if you don't, I'm really sorry.
Probably getting an auto.
If you don't, you get mad at Panini and not at us because it's not our fault.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Go follow us on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all the socials. We're always posting over there. Great content. It's a lot of fun. We're enjoying the community, and we love all you guys. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do that and like the video because it helps us out a lot.
Hit that bell.
And hit the bell. Don't forget to hit the bell so you can get a notification every single time we post. Cool.
Cheers.
Well,
Cheers.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.